They don't spook and they get nabbed. So this one is clearly too shallow. They'll probably pull it out further. Now out here we've got a mute swan, so that's different from the other big white swan. You'll notice that it's got sort of a protuberance at the top of its beak, and the colour of the beak is sort of orange. So that's we've got a number of ducks out there. Many of them will probably be mallards, but we'll have a careful look at that. There may be a few terns flying about. We should keep an eye out for that. This is a created pond, isn't it? Well, this is a created area.
They put that breakwater across.
Yeah, yeah. And there goes some cormorants heading towards the colony, I guess. I suspect these down here are young mallards, actually.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they're probably, they were probably hatched in May, and they're in a female type plumage. A lot of most ducks. The first. There's a tern. Okay, so we've got a tern out here, and it just dipped down to try to catch something. Coming towards us. It'll have its head down looking. Here it is, it's circling over, it's seen something. Let's see, look.
Almost.
Whoop, no, almost. That's a common tern, so that's the guys we saw on the nesting platform. So they'll take fish, as I say, they'll take surface fish by basically spotting them and then diving right onto them. And I can hear killdeer shorebirds out there. There's snapping turtle in here.
Yep.
So don't be surprised if you're watching in the shallows there if you see a turtle. Yeah, those are definitely mallards. Let's see. That's killdeer making it. Well, there's a. Oh, he just dived in. Yeah. Okay. So that tern just dived in.
Got a little thing in its beak.
Let's see if it's got something.
It's really fun to watch them hunt, especially when they're in a group and one of them gets a fish and then he gets mugged. The fish don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
So they pick, like, it might be a teenager kind of bird, and the bigger males just zoom in and mug him to get the fish.
So if you might say, well, what's the difference between that and a seagull, the ring-billed gull? But if you look carefully at it, you'll see it's a much slenderer, much lighter body. It's got very pointed wings, flies quite rapidly and quite agile sort of flying. Most of the seagulls you'll see will basically be buzzing over you, much larger bodied. And there he goes, he's going to, boom, just dived again. Yeah, okay, that's neat. Yeah, he's having success, I guess.
And do you know where these terns winter? Are they the ones that go really far south?
Well, they must go south. The Arctics go way, way south. Where the commons go, I don't know.
Yeah.
But probably they do go far south.
Because they can fly pretty far.
Yeah, they can. Oh, here's a shorebird. It's flying out over the water. It's come out of here.
Yeah.
That might be a spotted.
It's brown on, it's got a white rump.
It's got that fluttery, yeah, it's got that fluttery sort of flight, which is spotted, but it didn't make any noise. Okay, it's going to go far away and we don't have a scope.
Yeah.
Goodbye, sandpiper.
Yeah. Sandpiper spa.
Yeah, sandpiper spa. I love that when that gets a little overcast.
I know, you can see a lot better.
That is just beautiful.
Yeah.
This is
hot either.
perfect conditions, really.
Now, see those gulls out there?
Yeah.
I think the colony on the spit, this is one part of the gull colony, but
Is
the
it?
entire spit has many places like that where there's about 1,000 gulls. I think Tony Lang was saying that we have the second largest gull colony in North America, or in the world, one of the two. Yeah. Like
Toronto's always looking for stuff like that.
Yeah,
the biggest town in the
world-class
world-class city. Yeah.
It's amazing. I don't think we have that many gulls here, but we have one of the most.
Now, if you watch these ducks, by the way, these are what's called dabbling ducks. So these guys don't dive for their food. They essentially tip up, and they've got a beak with lamellae, which they sieve the substrate, and then they kind of sieve out macro particles, algal particles and invertebrates, but they don't dive. There's several types of ducks. So there are diving ducks and there are surface feeding ducks. These are surface feeding ducks. These are mallards. I don't I haven't seen any other diving ducks here, but in the winter, if you come down here, a number of the Arctic ducks that are diving ducks will winter off the spit, and if you just go to the edge and look out onto the lake, you will see a lot of diving ducks. It's a wonderful place for the sea ducks in the winter. This is another example of, you come to the spit at different seasons, you see a different assemblage of birds. Well, I think we are going to mosey back to the environmental shelter